Previously on Dragons Not Included.
Chance to prove myself? How wonderful!
Jousting, fighting. She'll push Eldon aside.
Oh, hello.
Scrutiny lays against a bookshelf.
Hans, you are bumped over into this tiefling fellow.
I'd watch your step, dwarf.
I'm so sorry, my tiefling friend.
A bright light shines from the west. The sound of a thunderous explosion echoes through the air and earth. You see the beautiful silver-haired woman from earlier. Moments later, she rises from the crowd in her true form, the ancient silver dragon, Terendelev. Descending from above, another form appears, Koramzade. He looks down and proclaims, "Kenebres, this is your reckoning." Both exchange powerful blows. Impossible to escape the collapse. You feel the ground open beneath your feet. The last thing you see is the Storm King standing over the ancient silver dragon. Darkness surrounds you.
Where in the abyss are we?
We must be in the city's catacombs.
Or the Darklands?
I'm sorry, I'm so rude. I don't think we got an introduction. My name is Anevia Tirabade. My name is Aravashniel. Somewhat of a scholar. Yes, my name is Horgus Gwem. You see a horrific shape looming on the edge of your vision. A bloated black spider. Two huge shapes burst out.
Hello.
Oh, gross! Big maggot!
Yeah.
You and your injured new companions head off into the darkness. Welcome back to the Dragons Not Included podcast, a role-playing game podcast where we're playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Hi, my name's Stephen. I'm the GM.
Hi, I'm Joe, and I'm playing Scrutiny.
Hi, I'm David, and I'm playing Elden Aegis.
Hi, I'm Rowan, and I play Istra.
Hi, my name is Dan, and I play Hans.
Episode 2.
Yeah, Band-Aids off. Holy moly.
That first one was quite fun. You know, that like I said, starts with a nice little festival, and everything goes to hell in a handbasket quite quickly.
Yeah. Ain't that just the way of it?
And that guardian is now proper dead. So, bum.
So not included in the podcast.
Yeah.
I was really excited to do some, joust! I get to do some jousting. Oh,
It's fine. We can do some jousting when we get back to the surface. I'm sure that will be
If
soon.
we get back to the surface.
Well,
I mean, we've been down here one session. I'm sure we'll get up this session or next session.
Yeah, let's.
I'm optimistic. I'm sure we'll be
We got
back
an
soon.
artifact level or magic item each last session. I mean, at session
Might
1
as well.
pretty good loot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Hope to get some good
We only had to have the main guardian of the city die for that. So lovely.
That's
Make it
fine. There's no city anymore, so who cares?
Ouch.
Anyway,
Hopefully, be fun. We can go back to doing our thing. Istra will hit things, Eldon will praise Armor Day, Scrutiny will be stealthy, and Hans will take notes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, because I've hit so many things so far. With my 2 nat ones in a row.
There's only been 2 things to hit so far. I'm sure it can't get any worse from there.
Yeah.
don't say that.
There's nowhere to go but up.
Don't say that.
True, we're underground. There is nowhere to go but up.
On that tense note, let's start the episode. So, last time, you had gathered in the city of Canabres for the festival of Armes. You were all very excited and looking forward to it, but before the festival had a chance to begin, the cathedral holding the ward stone that protects Mendev from the expansion of the wall wound exploded. Demons poured into the city everywhere, from the rank and vile all the way up to Koramzade, the Balor Lord, the Storm King of the World Wound. He got into an epic fight with Terendelev, the ancient silver dragon who guarded Canebras, though he managed to best her and slay her. And as you were falling into the darkness, the crevices that were opening all across the city, you were saved by Terendelev's last gift, magical aid that protected you as you fell into the caverns. You awoke in a large natural cavern. There are 4 of you that were mostly uninjured. You found 3 citizens of Canebras who had fallen with you and had survived, and unfortunately many others who had not. You met Anevia Tirabade, a human woman, and she had a broken leg, but you managed to splint it up. Arashniel, a elven wizard, and Horgus Grem, a human businessman. You managed to just sort of band together. Deeper into the cavern, you found these horrific giant maggots which vomited over Istra. You fought them off. But in the meantime, Eldon had discovered magical scales belonging to Terendelev, her last gift duel. And as you head off into the unknown darkness of these caverns as well, we'll continue our story.
Thank you for reminding me of the Viscera, because she is now cleaning all of that off again.
Yes.
Oh God, it's got it everywhere.
Are you quite alright?
I've been vomited on by a giant maggot. It's not a great day.
Give me a moment.
All the death and everything.
Scrutiny waves his hands in the air, magical runes tracing behind, and you are then find yourselves perfectly clean as the ichor and bile just sort of drops off of you.
Thanks.
Well, prestidigitation is a wonderful spell. You can find many uses for it. This among them.
Well, thanks, weird tiefling dude, but I do appreciate that.
Weird tiefling dude. Right.
Sorry, what's your name? I mean, you're a tiefling, and that.
I believe I introduced myself as Scrutiny, Istra.
God.
Oh yeah, you totally did all of the introductions last session.
Everyone but Elman.
It's alright.
Listen, you expect me to remember that? I'm sorry, it's just...
No, it's quite alright. We're in funny times. Now, we should press onward. Where do you think?
Before you 3 have a chance to move on, Eldon approaches you, the 3 citizens he found.
Managed to convince them that it would be best for us to stay together. After all, there is safety in numbers.
Absolute. That's the correct action all the way. Now then, let's see. Have a giant spider and maggots be here. We still have the top end or bottom end of the cave to explore, and the rest of this direction. What do people feel?
I feel we should continue in this direction. And Eldon just indicates the direction we've already been travelling.
Yes, where the cave extends into darkness.
Oh, very well. In that case, let us be off. Hans just walks in that direction.
And Ravashniel is supporting Anevia as they move onwards. Horgus is sort of standing near Eldon, just slowly approaching. And Hans, as you have a powerful dark vision, you see before anyone else that this cavern stops and then extends into 2 smaller pathways going ahead.
Oh, very fascinating. Nothing seems to be different about the paths. Seem naturally occur. There's no scent of wind? Any differences along
the air is still down here.
Well, we have a choice, ladies and gentlemen. We can either go left or we can go right, depending on your orientation. If you're standing or facing towards it, then it's left or right. But if you're facing,
I say we go right.
Left.
I second the
Definitely
notion.
right.
Well,
Because it's the right way to go. It's called right.
That's pretty sound logic.
I didn't know that was how we were. Okay, very well.
Interesting logic. I'll make a note that you all agree.
If it would be quite alright, I believe either Istra or Eldon should lead.
Very well.
I'll happily go first, sure.
again, no.
Excellent.
She'll go ahead with her shield out in front.
As you head up this path, it starts to slope upwards and widen.
Well, this is looking good.
Well, it certainly looks like we're getting to the surface. Everyone just stay behind the shield.
A stone ledge juts out of the right angle on the southern wall of this cavern. 14 feet off the ground, a leather strap of a backpack hangs from the edge of the ledge, while above, a narrow fissure yawns into the darkness.
Oh,
Did anyone lose a backpack?
probably the person who's at the bottom of the fissure, mate.
I mean, can I see into the bottom of the fissure?
It's kind of very thin, like a person wouldn't be able to fit down there. It's also pitch black, it just goes on further than your sight will allow.
Mayhaps
Fair
I can try and pick that bag right there. Can I cast Mage Hand and try and lift it?
Sure, you sort of stretch your hands out and cast the arcane words, and
Brilliant.
carefully pull the backpack down and gracefully land it in your hands.
I mean, sure, I was just gonna try and jump and get it, but that's really interesting way of doing that.
Well, it shortens the process and less risky.
Yeah, but less fun.
Yeah, one could argue.
Anyway,
certainly.
what's in it?
Well, let's have a look. I flip open the flap. What's there?
Make it a praise check, please.
Right.
Scrutiny.
Okay, let's see. Joe rolls all the way. I've got +4 on this one, actually.
Nice.
Hey, I actually rolled well. That's 19 +4, that's 23.
23, nice. Well, you open this backpack's actually quite sturdy. It's of masterwork quality.
Ah,
And inside you find a collection of stuff. You find trail rations, probably about 10 days worth.
oh, that's a great indicator.
You find a flint and steel, a set of caltrops, 2 flasks of oil, a bundle of 12 arrows, and 2 vials containing brightly coloured liquids. 1 amber, 1 pale blue.
Might I make a Knowledge Arcana check to see what they are?
Yes, you can make a knowledge arcana check.
Ooh, I rolled a 2, so that's +8, 10.
Right, you assume these are magical potions, yes. That if someone had detect magic, they could probably identify them with a spellcraft check.
Right, well, we've got potions here. Nothing that I can quite discern right now. Rations, well, the bag itself is of good quality. Caltrops, and an assortment of other equipment.
Don't you have a detect magic, Joe?
I do not have it prepared.
That's okay. Just wondered. Out
Yeah.
of curiosity.
Well, that's handy.
I mean, we can always drink them and see what they do.
That's a very interesting way, dear. Why don't you have a drink?
The elven man overhearing this. No, don't, please.
Okay.
I have my magical skills, although I don't have my spellbook on me, so my help is limited. Unfortunately, I can't see them, but if you could describe them to me, maybe I could try and identify them.
Oh, very well. And I shall help him with that, I suppose. I'll provide my description.
Yep, I'll make a spellcraft check for him. I actually have his character sheet in front of me. Okay. This amber one seems to be a potion of cure light wounds.
Wonderful. Always good to have one of those.
And the light blue one, I'm not sure. It could be a potion of lesser restoration.
Very well. I believe either Istra or Aiden. Not Aiden.
Eldon.
Eldon.
Hmm?
Would be more suited to have to hold on to these. Which of you would you like?
Fine.
I mean, I'll take the cure one, sure.
Very well. You have that, and I suppose Eldon remains with the restoration.
The one that
potion.
might be restoration.
The one that might.
Oh, actually, I'll have that one instead because I can just drink it and get it out.
I don't think that's quite a good idea.
Love to hear the
The
results.
enthusiasm is good. It seems that we have an explorer, though. That's what the gear here seems to indicate.
Which is a fascinating idea, mostly due to the fact that we're in the center of town. So we have fallen below what would be the rough center of town, maybe the city's catacombs. Either we've done that or we've fallen past what would be considered the mapped out section of the city. Not a good sign for us. We're probably now outside what people would consider city limits. Well, that's going to be fun.
Like vertically downward?
Oh, possibly. The caverns below the earth can go miles and miles.
Do city limits go
apologies,
downwards?
Oh, well, yes. From legal bylaws and standards of most cities, there is a certain amount of depth to every city as well as every major outlying distance. Most human cities only go down maybe 2 miles at most to include their dwarven population.
Right.
Yes?
I think this might be not the time. I think we need to find a way out. Perhaps we can talk about this later.
Oh, of course, I'll schedule a class. I do love.
Can I get across the fissure?
Yeah, it's no matter. It's quite easy just to step around.
Awesome. Stepping around it, carrying on.
Yeah. You're moving at quite a slow speed because of Anevia's broken leg.
Yeah. Oh, were they able to get over it?
Yeah, with some help she had. With the old guy's
Yeah,
help,
I'll
Anevia
definitely
and
try to help.
Passionate's help can get over there. As the cavern sort of extends forward, going towards the same direction you were originally travelling.
Let's keep going.
Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
It winds up further and further. As you make your way up the cavern, and you can see the road forks again. One travelling in the direction you're initially travelling in, and one that doubles back, probably to that path where it originally diverged from.
Is it worth checking out that
I mean-
second cavern?
Yeah, things could come from behind, and we don't exactly want to be caught unaware, do we?
Well, that's
So
a good
let's
idea.
go.
I'll have a look. Hang on.
She is also going at the same speed, just like, yeah, let's
totally.
go.
This smaller cavern appears once to have served as a campsite or a temporary lair. A torn bedroll lies next to the cold remains of a fire. A pile of bones, broken equipment, and rubble lies just past the campsite.
Well, look at that. We could possibly reconstruct the things it was eating down here.
And as you sort of step towards the pile, Hans, it starts to shake as denizens of this trash pile burst out.
Oh, hello.
Two, about the size of a small dog, cockroaches burst out.
Oh, more insect.
Would everyone like to roll for initiative, please?
Yeah.
A bug-heavy adventure.
Hans
Going on a bug squishing adventure.
Bug squishing adventure.
Hans got a 3.
Oh dear.
I got a 5.
Eldon
Okay.
back at it again with a 10.
And I rolled a 16.
Bite me.
The cockroaches surely will.
All right then, Istra, you're up first.
Awesome. I'm going to go and squish some cockroaches. If I'm close enough to get to them.
Yeah, you're about 30 feet away. You can just get up there nice and easy.
Awesome. I'm going to get up to there, and this time, yeah, squishing with the shield again. It's really fun to squish with the shield. Come on, we got this. We roll these. That is a 10.
A 10 to hit. I'm afraid that this cockroach is a lot more spry than the maggots and just dodges to the side. Its sort of chitinous plate just as it moves.
Ooh.
Okay, Eldon, you're up.
Okay, well, I'm not very fast, but I don't want to be caught unawares and just take a hit for no reason, so I'm going to move just to the other side of scrutiny.
Okay.
Just so I can get an eye on what is drawing everyone's eye and go, oh, gross, more bugs.
Okay, next up is the cockroaches. The first one is going to sort of bite Hans.
Oh, hello.
Is that what you say? Is it bites
Yeah.
you?
That is a 7 to hit. That's a 9 to hit you, Hans.
Oh, I'm very close. Thankfully, it doesn't hit me.
Okay, and the next cockroach is going to move and attack Istra. That is a 13 to hit you, Istra.
That will not hit.
Okay, as these just sort of swarm at you, but very ineffective. Scrutiny.
Right, okay, so Scrutiny is going to dart around everyone, circle around, and try and get into position, drawing his dagger on the way, and he tries to do an El Stabbo. Now, I believe I'm flanking, aren't I?
No, you're technically not flanking, you'd have to be further over to flank.
10, that will be a miss.
A 10 will miss, I'm afraid. Okay, Hans.
Oh, well, this is a lively bunch. Well, I better just go over here and keep an eye out for results.
Okay. As you move away from the cockroach, it gets another attempt to bite you.
Oh.
That is a 8 to hit you.
Oh, thankfully, just by the skin of my trousers. I should probably put my armor on at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, God.
So, right then. I've got a good view of you both now, so I can see how you're going to dispatch the cockroaches. Crack on.
Istra, you're up.
Oh, God. It's not worth doing that, is it? How many times per day can I do this? Once per day. Okay. So, Scrutiny, or whatever your name is.
It's Scrutiny.
She cannot remember.
It is Scrutiny. This is the third time now.
It's... I may be making...
It's an endearing character trait.
So, I have the teamwork feat, Paired Opportunist.
Ooh.
And part of being my class means that I can give you this teamwork feat for, I think it's only a round, is it?
I think,
Double checking. 3 rounds plus 1 round. So, but I don't have the levels for that, so it's 3 rounds.
Yep.
For 3 rounds, if I threaten this, you get an attack of opportunity, even if you wouldn't normally get one.
Okay.
So if you've already attacked once, you've taken your attack of opportunity, and I still have mine, you can do it again.
So I can use your attack of opportunity. Okay, that's cool.
Basically, or I could use your attack of opportunity.
Mine's more useful in your hands.
Alright, that's a move action.
So that's the thing that's now there. That is a standard action.
Oh, a standard
Not a
action.
standard action. Sorry, not a standard action. That is a swift action, I
Oh,
think.
okay,
but
she
I
can still
check.
attack if you would like to.
Tactician. No, it is a standard action.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Never mind. Apology.
that's quite alright. Eldon.
Eldon is going to move up to the side of Istra to support her in her endeavours, and also to take one swift thrust at this cockroach on the floor here, because they're clearly bothering her.
And Iomade would not stand for that.
That is a 12 on the dice, plus 4, 16 to hit.
A 16 will hit this vermin.
Fantastic. As I do, that is a 4 plus 2, 6 points of damage.
6, you slash through the chitinous plate of this cockroach. It just sort of shrieks in pain.
Hiya! Avert thee, foul beast of the night!
Okay, first cockroach is going to attempt to bite you, Eldon.
Ah! Curses!
That is a 3 to hit you, Eldon.
It's gonna be a no. Even with my shield off so I can hold the torch, that's a no.
Oh.
The second cockroach is going to bite into you, Istra. Ooh, that is a 19.
Oh,
That is my AC.
Oh, holy moly. That's quite high AC. Okay, well, it bites into you, doing 4 points of piercing damage.
Oh dear.
Okay. I am pretty good still.
Istra is strong.
I'd say maybe about 2/3 of my health.
Ooh.
No, that wasn't 2/3. You still have 2/3.
I still have 2/3.
Okay,
Is
fair
what I mean.
On a scale of 1 to 12, she's about an 8.
Scrutiny.
On a scale of about 1 to 15, I'm about a 10.
I make a dart to the side, moving into a flanking position, which will provide me with a flanking bonus.
Nice, that's +2 on attack rolls for you, Istra.
Yay, I've got +2 on my attack rolls. That's a 20.
Natural?
Yeah, no, not natural.
Okay, no, a 20 will hit this cockroach.
Right, and I roll 1d4 plus my strength, so that's a total of 1.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, you slash into, you like sort of cut into one of its hairy legs, and it does not appreciate it.
Yay!
Damage.
Hans.
Oh, right, okay, well, human has arrived to help deal with that. Maybe I should fix my notes with that. God, how far back have I been writing human? Oh, God. Don-ish.
No, he still hasn't actually introduced himself.
Oh, he's human male. Alright, are any of you injured?
I mean, a little.
Enough for me to need to hail you, or are you okay?
I'll be alright for now, probably.
The cockroach now crits you down.
Stupid cockroach needs to get off me.
Oh, well, you crack on. I believe in you. You have the full capability of a full-grown adult, from the look of you. Standing, he pulls out a ruler and just sort of looks at her, standing roughly 5'8", 5'9", 5'8", human.
What? How?
Istra, as you're completely baffled, it is your turn.
Through the confusion, I'm going to try to pile drive the cockroach with my shield.
That's the daily numbers do get +2.
Try is the opportune word. Okay. Plus that is an 11.
I'm afraid 11's good to miss. It just sort of scutters out of the way of your shield as you slam it into the floor.
Ah, well, it's worth a try.
Absolutely.
I've always wanted to try that.
I've stabbed it once, and now I can stab it again in the name of the day. Okay, that is an 18 on the dice, which +4, that's 22 to hit.
I'm pretty sure that hits.
Okay, let me just roll that good old D8. Okay, that is a 5 + 2 for 7 points of damage.
7 as you slash into this cockroach and sort of just falls limp to the floor.
Aha! Take that, bug!
Okay, the next cockroach.
Oh, I'll take, with that dead, I'll take, am I able to take a 5-foot step into
Oh, of course you
threat
are.
range? Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll take a 5-foot step into the threat of the other cockroach, ready to stab it.
Okay, the last remaining cockroach is going to hiss and it's going to attempt to bite Scrutiny.
Oh dear.
Ah, the old one
That-
too. Bite.
Is a 3 to hit. Oh, no. Oh, sorry, new dice, new runes. That's a natural 20.
Oh no!
Okay.
Is this bug
Well,
going
it was
to
nice knowing you guys.
I can't
That's
believe
a 19 to hit.
That's it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, luckily for you, as this is only a mindless vermin, it doesn't get to draw a crit card.
Oh no, it just does
Yay.
more damage.
That's 6 points of piercing damage as it just, in like sheer fear and terror, just bites into you.
Right. Beautiful. Oh.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Scrutiny as you just tear this cockroach that has just bitten into you, just bleeding everywhere. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to make a 5-foot step, dart out of the way of that cockroach, and dart behind Hans.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Hans, your turn.
Oh, hello. What brings you over to this end of the room?
He's
Death.
covered in blood.
Oh, you're quite injured. How did that happen?
Oh, well, bug.
Oh. Do you want me to heal you?
Yeah, that's fun.
That would be nice.
Oh, okay. Bear me one moment as I start pulling out some notes. Now, let me just read these notes. Yes, that's around there. Oh, yeah, have to put the ring on. Put your hand on the injured location. Could you bend down so I can touch the injured location, please?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
And now I will use one of the focus powers of my relics. This one would be the relic of... double check I've got the right one. Ah, yes, this will be the flesh-mending power of my wedding band of St. Alberdash.
Pardon?
Could you heal 8 points of health for me, please?
I can try.
Oh, that would be delightful.
As Hans sort of produces this ancient-looking ring and puts it on his finger and sort of channels the power of his own magic through it and touches you, and your wounds just close and heal.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for confirming 2 theories I had. Tiefling is not, and he still accepts divine magic. Thank you.
Istra, you're up.
Well, I did try to pile drive a cockroach, so I'm probably on the floor. She's going to roll over with her shield out and try to crush it again. She is pulling out all the moves for this cockroach. That will be... I've no longer got the +2. That will be another 11.
She just roll over, it just sort of scutters away again.
Get back here and just let me crush you.
Elven.
How great Iomade, guide my blade against this insect.
Okay, well that's a natural 17 on the dice, so that's a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
I'm getting good vibes by praising Iomade, I think. Oh, that's an 8 on the damage dice, so that is 10 points of damage.
As you slice down this cockroach, it just falls to the floor. And as you look over both cockroaches, they're sort of stunned, unmoving, but they're still twitching.
Yes!
Seemingly.
Goal 3 for Iomade! Yes!
Istra is going to get up and sort of brush herself off and go, ah! I mean, I had that handled, but you did a fantastic job yourself.
Thank you. As
Are you sure? My notes don't show otherwise.
I think I did pretty well. Did you see that pile drive? That was brilliant.
The one you missed.
It's a shame I missed by, like, I don't know, a couple of feet, but, like...
Look, is there anything discernible from the piles of rubble? I imagine this is probably the origin of the backpack.
Well, you're not really sure you've been able to put that together, but going through the piles of junk, you find a collection of strange items. You find, looks like it's just leftovers from whoever had this camp. A bent fish hook.
Very nice.
A torn bedroll. 3 candle stubs.
Oh, very nice.
10 feet of badly frayed hemp rope.
Ah, very useful later.
And within the within the bedroll, you find a brooch. Get off and then look at it. It's a copper brooch depicting a bat perched on a mushroom, and its eyes are bright gemstones.
I knew it. We're in the Darklands.
May I use some sort of knowledge-based skill to try and work out if magical or a fancy brooch?
Well, it doesn't seem to be magical, but make an appraise check.
That's a nat 20, I say.
Oh, wow. Okay, these the eyes are amethysts, both of them. So this copper brooch with amethyst eyes could be, well, around 200 gold pieces.
Well, that's a plenty. And
is this a famous brooch?
No, it's just the rare gemstones.
Okay.
Does anyone have a bag to put it in?
I always wear my backpack.
Oh, wonderful. If you could bend down, I'll put it in there with the rest of the stuff.
No, it's quite all right. I think I can put it... It's a brooch. I'll do that.
Oh, fair enough then. I would put it in my bag, but I think my bag's full with the shield and armor I have. It's so uncomfortable to wear that stuff.
Right. So it's a brooch worth 200 gold, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Might I suggest that you put that stuff on, at least while we're underground?
Oh, yes, you're probably right. I took it off for the festival and all that.
Yes.
Well, I'll put it on now then.
Right, well, I think we should... Now that we've cleared all avenues we can think of, probably we should make a move towards the surface.
Absolutely.
Once our compatriot is fully clothed in his
I'll put my
battle
armor
garb.
on and take out my shield. Oh, and I should probably draw my weapon as well. I keep forgetting I have it.
Right.
What weapon do you draw when that happens?
He pulls out a pick.
Oh, okay. It's pretty good.
The other three,
Not the best weapon I've seen, but pretty good.
you hear the voice of the elven wizard, Irashniel. How do you fare down there?
Oh, we're doing quite well. How about you up there?
Well, it's quite unnerving waiting in the dark.
My apologies. I would have stayed with you, but it seemed my compatriots needed the assistance.
No, to understand. It's probably best for our best chances of survival down here.
Also, how does Arashniel even know that it's dark? He's blind.
Everything is dark to him right
yeah, that's
now.
fair. There's no such thing as light.
And we're trying to sort of keep that sensitive information low for the moment. Well,
Hence why that was out of character and not in character.
No,
I'll probably grab.
I think
Eldon,
he's already figured it out.
Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna
He
say,
probably figured it out when we were like, nope, can't see anything. And he's like, yeah.
We should maybe give him some cloth for his face,
like I
though,
said,
because he's still.
Both Rashniel and Evia both are quite heavily wounded.
Well, that's why the ripped-up bedroll is so useful. We can now use the fabric to bind their wounds.
That doesn't.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
See? I know what I'm doing half the time.
Only half.
Well, no, the other half of the time I don't know what's going on because that's why I'm here to study it. And after I found out what I'm doing, then I know what I'm doing.
Right.
I
Anyway,
cannot see a whole
Well, we should probably start making a move towards the surface.
oh, absolutely.
Everything seems
Let's
to
get
be
up there.
pushing upwards as we go this way.
I want to see how much damage the demonic armies could have done to the city.
It's probably not good. There'll be a lot of dead people.
So you start heading down this cavern as it starts to narrow. You have to march single file for the next 30 feet.
Eldon will bring up the rear.
Istra will continue going forward, shield out in front, but this time instead of the scimitar, she actually has the her morning star out because everything seems to be more squashable than stabbable.
It starts to widen into a small chamber. Several mounds of rock lie in heaps in this cavern, recently fallen from the walls and ceiling. Now and then a bit of dust settles from the cracks in the stone above, and as you're walking down here, the ground trembles slightly, and you hear the sound of muted explosions from above.
Oh, they're using explosives. This is fascinating work.
Well, not necessarily using explosives, but merely creating explosions.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not really a good sound. You never
Either way.
really want to hear explosions.
Not really, no.
no, but that means this could have been planned for years. If they're using high, powerful explosive spells or magic, that's something you have to prep. You just don't rock up to a building with bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it sounds like it's closer now, so we're going up at least.
Russia. Well, demons have a lot of innate spellcasting to them. Maybe they're using things like fireball and... Oh my god, I don't want to think what's happening above there.
Yes,
That's-
we're a better rush.
Well, that's probably a worst-case scenario. If they're using mundane things, we could blame cultists. But if it's actually demonic forces using high, powerful spells, it means a very large number of a swath of powerful demons are roaming around.
But, my friend, you saw what happened up there. There were a lot of demons.
True.
I don't think this was a cult.
Right.
But they only managed to get in because of the Wardstone temple being destroyed. You don't think it was sabotage, do you?
You have to think about it logically. If the demonic forces couldn't get through because of it, some other forces would have had to have been employed.
No, I think they probably just exploded it.
I think every sign points to them exploding it, yes. I
But
want to
they-
think the best
they would
of
have had to
people.
set it well. Regardless, not important right now.
Let's just carry on.
Precisely.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the injured to be ahead so that I can defend them from the rear. Because who knows what horrendous things might come in behind us.
Istra and Scrutiny, could you make a perception check, please? And Hands, actually, as well.
Sure.
Very well.
Oh, wow, okay. That is a 18.
19. Ha!
I'm rolling well out of battle.
I rolled really well. That's a 26.
You hear a sound as from between the cracks of the rubble, injured snake pulls up in front of you, staring you down, blocking your exit to this cavern.
Oh, hello.
Curses.
I think I got this, as Istra walks up to it and uses and tries to calm it down.
It's sort of injured and wounded, making it very defensive.
Can I make a handle animal to see if I can calm it?
Sure, make a handle animal check.
Have a look. Come on, good roll. That is a 15 plus... Where's my handle animal? 6, so 21.
21 as you sort of approach, slowly, just keeping eye contact, making no violent movements. until you just sort of can easily hold it and keep it at bay so it doesn't attack you.
Do you guys want to go ahead? I think this is just trying to flee from the fight.
Oh, very well.
Very well. Any fight that we don't need to fight is a fight I consider we've won.
Absolutely. Let's keep moving. His hands just walks out of the other passage.
Can I try and see how badly injured it is?
Yeah, it's taken some sort of damage from the falling rubble in this room, and it's very defensive. Like, it's very agitated. Like, if you let go, it's just going to go.
Yeah. Anyone got any food?
Well, there were some rations in the bag.
Yes. Would that work?
Oh, hang on. What is in my survival kit? I've only got water.
You got 10 days of trail rations. You can give some of the trail rations.
Here you go, and I throw over a one of the rations.
I don't know if
there's
that'll
any
work
meat.
for a snake.
Well,
Yeah, I was
she's
gonna
one
say,
who'll know.
Yeah, it tends to be like
What is in the rations?
Generally,
I was going to say some bread
it's
and meat.
usually like
probably.
dried meat and bread.
You like
dried
sort of like, dried meat, like jerky, something like that.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't work, but
Salt more likely to kill it, actually.
yeah.
Fine.
You're able to get your group past it before you put it down and just get out of there quickly.
I'll leave a little bit of water from one of my water skins just so that it has something to drink.
The cavern you find yourselves in is winding. It seems to extend on for quite a while. Unfortunately, you can't move that quickly because of Anebia's leg. You've bound it tightly with bandages, but it's still sort of bleeding quite badly.
Maybe she'll get to keep it at the end of the day. Hopefully there are some clerics outside. Do some real healing.
Well, healing magic is quite easy to bear, but no, a cleric would probably have the most of it.
Do you have healing magic?
Oh, yes, I do, but not a huge amount.
Just anything might be better to get this off.
Well, okay, let's have a look. Oh, yes, put the ring on, follow that note, yes, touch the wounded area, and, she can heal 9 points of damage.
Very, very good. The wound on her leg starts to heal up. There's still a load of scarring left, and the bone is still displaced, but the physical sort of tearing of the flesh is gone.
There you go.
That's better, thank you. I feel I can walk a little faster, but not too much.
Yeah, you don't want to re-break it, so...
I'm worried about Arashniel. He looks worse than I do when it comes to wounds.
Well, we'll see what we can do about that once we've found some help. Let's just focus on getting out of here alive.
Oh, yes, you're right. Indeed. Yes, we should march on ahead.
Yes.
How is he looking, actually?
He is very badly beaten up, and the burns are still quite raw across his body.
I mean, I'll give him the cure light wounds that I found.
Thank you. If I could have some aid and sort of help him guide it, and he drinks it down, and sort of the burns on his face start to cover up. Thank you for your kindness, my friend.
I mean, you needed it more than me, so...
The 7 of us have a while to go yet.
Yeah, this does kind of seem to go on forever.
It's a really, really long pathway.
You start... This winds on for quite a while, like several hundred feet down. It takes you about 25 minutes of walking to just shy of 2,000 feet down this winding tunnel. And as you get to the end, it starts to branch off once again. One passage is sort of a more wider open passage, and the other is a sort of more narrower crack in the wall that starts off that passage. There is a faint light going from that direction.
From the crack?
Yes. There's a 5-foot wide opening in the wall that leaves. It's filled with soft but nasty-looking green light, and the other one that just continues down the area you're going.
Not enjoying the sight of coloured light down here. Could be a trap, could be demons or something.
Also, the fact that it's a narrow path means our friends probably couldn't fit through very easily, considering they're, holding each other up.
Despite that, I am still curious.
Well, let's have a think about it for a what could possibly be making a green light down in a cave like this?
Bioluminescent fungi or something of a sort?
Probably, but it's worth a think. Stephen, could I roll knowledge dungeoneering?
Of course you can.
Things that can make green light.
That'll be 23.
You'd assume, actually, you'd agree with scrutiny that it would be bioluminescent fungus, probably down here, that would be making that light.
Yes, you're probably correct on that. In that case, if it's bioluminescent fungus, maybe somewhere of a location useful to us. Most of them grow around water sources. What other means of, habitation?
It's all right. Maybe I should take a look. I'll return as quickly as I can.
I think if we go, we should all go together. Or at least you need somebody like,
I can cover
with
his
big
back.
muscles, like...
I can't cover it.
Yeah, me or, I don't know, Eldon looks pretty strong, I suppose, but...
Again, still, he hasn't introduced himself.
over there.
For my notes.
No,
What is
if you
your
want
name?
to take points. Sorry. I'm Eldon Aegis.
Eldon Age.
That's a weird name. Let's just carry on, I guess.
It's a little
How about
rude.
me and you then? Whatever your name is, tiefling person.
This is the 4th time now. Through to me.
It took an episode and a half before you found out his name.
The name is Scrutiny.
The scrutiny, alright. Yeah, let's me and you just scout out a little bit, I think.
Very well.
Bring me back a sample of the fungus if you can.
Will do.
Sure.
You keep going down this sort of tight corridor of a tunnel. It winds on deeper and deeper. It takes you a while off into the distance, but you do find there are caverns deeper down that there are bioluminescent fungus growing.
This has gone deeper, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Probably not the way we want to go. Is there anything that we can really see other than the fungus?
Just the cavern is stretching on further and further. Like, you could keep going, but you're taking minutes and minutes down here. Depends how far you want to travel.
No, I think this is quite far enough.
Okay, awesome. Istra's just going to pick up some of the fungus and then go, right, let's go.
Alright, we return to the party.
Any interesting finds?
No, the tunnel just winds downwards, so we're thinking that it's best to leave sleeping dogs lie.
There's lots of bioluminescent fungus that would grow in the Darklands, I believe. We don't want to go there. That might be nearly as bad as ending up back on the surface.
Istra will toss the fungus to Hans.
Oh, wonderful.
Like, I tried a little bit. It wasn't very tasty, but...
Oh, you should never eat bioluminescent fungus. It could be quite poisonous.
It's fine. I spat it out.
Oh, cool. I can make some bioluminescent ink with this.
Fantastic. So, towards the wider passageway, then?
Yes, indeed.
Right. We have our heading.
Okay, you start heading up this wider passage for another 200 feet, and it stretches into a small cavern. A single sizable 20-foot tall building remains in the center of this 30-foot high cave, a bunker-like structure with no windows and walls of worked stone. A 10-foot-long carving of a hammer decorates this building's facade. The ruins of a collapsed outbuilding stands to either side.
Hey, that's a big building.
Anyone know anything about the history of this place that might be able to tell us what the heck that is?
Oh, I can have a look. I have a notebook.
Hans, could you make a knowledge religion check for me, please?
Sure. I'm rolling really well tonight. Knowledge religion, that'll be 27.
27.
Yeah, I got 19.
This symbol you recognize very well. The hammer is a symbol of the god Torag, the patron god of the dwarves and brother to your own deity, Drangit.
Oh, look at that. We're at a dwarven settlement. This is a temple to Tor. Well, not temple. This is a place dedicated to one of the gods of the dwarven world.
Well, that is both reassuring and quite terrifying.
If it helps, it's not one of the bad gods. It's actually one of probably the better ones.
It's more the fact that dwarves tend to build quite deep.
Oh, of course. For protection. Unless you are talking about when they go up to the sky citadels. Then they get a bit closer to the surface.
Aye.
So this is Torag.
This place seems abandoned.
which is bad because dwarves don't like abandoning places without a proper fight.
Whatever's in there's probably gone. Let's just go in.
All right.
You sort of pull away some of the rubble that's standing next to a sturdy dwarven-made stone door that's going to require some clout to open.
All right, muscular people to the front.
All right.
Istra is right there as well.
Let's go.
Well, if we're just opening a door, that should be easy. And she's going to try and open it.
Okay, you sort of all lean on this door and start pulling, but the more you shake the stonework, you hear echoing through this cavern, zzz, zzz, sort of distorted as echoes off the cavern walls, zzz, 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 as a large form crawls over the top of this building, a fly the size of a man.
Bees!
My one weakness.
As this humongous human-sized fly lands in front of you.
Okay.
Uh-oh! Big fly!
Whatever, please.
I rolled a 3.
I did better. I got a 6 plus 1, that's 7.
Ha! 8!
17.
We've got a Stephen roll for the initiative for the fly.
Now, gosh darn it. Well, on the plus side, the fly is going first, so...
Hey, with a 20, the fly goes first.
Oh,
Oh, no.
It flies down and it will bite at Eldon.
No!
That is a 14 to hit you, Eldon.
No dice.
Next up is Istra, as you're standing between this fly and this stone building.
Everyone else. Yeah, you can stand back. I've got this. As she tries to bring down her morning star onto the fly. That would be a 11.
11. Okay. You bring your morning star down and it just misses as it's sort of flying above the area you tried to hit.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh, darn.
I squish a lot of flies. Apparently not this one.
It's scrutiny.
Right. Scrutiny raises his crossbow. Ready to aim and fires. Roll 10.
Not a miss, I'm afraid, scrutiny. You just aim your crossbow. It ricochets off this ancient dwarven structure.
I was going to say, you claim to squish a lot of flies, but you struggle to hit every single bug we've encountered.
I load a new bolt and prepare for failure next turn.
Eldon.
By Iomede's light, I shall slay you, fly! As Eldon swings his long sword at the fly. That is 11 plus 4, that's a 15 to hit.
F15 will hit the fly.
Hey! Damage.
Damage.
Oh, it's an 8 on the dice, which means it's a full 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. You just cleave this fly, taking off several of its limbs at the same time.
Suck that one, beast!
Hans, you're up.
Oh, okay. Giant fly, approximately human size.
Resistance would be really nice.
Well, what type of resistance do you need?
I don't know, killing it, that would be good.
Well, I haven't done this in a long time. Let's see. Oh, there's the pick. Oh, yep, there we go. And for my training, as the preacher kept screaming at me, the pointy end goes in target. Well, that's a nat 20 on dice.
Would you like to roll to confirm the critical hit, please, Hans?
Okay. 17?
17 will confirm. Oh, gosh. First crit of the campaign. Alright, I'll draw you a life critical hit card. Piercing, punctured lung, double damage, and the target begins to drown 3 rounds later. DC 20 fort save each round to end this effect. So if you'd like to roll damage and double it, please, Hans.
Sure. Can it take
8 damage?
8 as you go, alright, I've got this. You swing your hammer down and just straight through the fly, pinning it to the ground as it sort of just...
Many thanks.
Oh, that worked. How do I get it out of it now?
Lift and pull.
You put your foot down on the fly and just pull the pick out with a sickening.
Hans is too powerful. This is why he hasn't been contributing to any of the combat. Because it would be too much of a disturbance of the powers.
Yeah. I decide that I'll be a fighter this time. Let's do something where I'm actually going to be in a hitting roll. Can't hit for het. Healer comes up and just pickaxe through the skull, and I'm like, okay.
Oh. Now, it is a war pick.
Oh no, it's not a war pick. It's just a normal mining pick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's really funny.
Right, well, with the fly dealt with, let's try and get in the building, unless there are likely to be more flies.
Yes.
That could be an issue.
I hope there's not another, and I can reconfirm my previous theories.
You have to make a strength check to force the door open as it's so tightly shut.
I can do that.
What is Istra's strength bonus?
Modifier is 3, sorry.
Okay, Eldon will assist then, so...
Okay, so by assisting, you have to roll a strength check, and if you have to beat a DC of 10, and if you do, Istra gets +2 on her roll.
Okay. Well, that's a 9 plus my strength bonus, +2, so that's 11.
Okay, that's a success. Nice! So, Istra, you have +2 on your strength roll.
So that is a +5, 14.
14 as you open this door into this abandoned dwarven building. A stone bench lies at the southern wall of this chamber. At the far side of the room, a basin of water sits atop a stone pedestal. A stone door engraved with an image of a hammer stands to the north.
Oh, it looks like we've come across some sort of religious place. Well, we better be on our best behaviour.
Yes.
To do this, Hans is going to go in the room, he's going to sit on the bench, and he's going to take his shoes off, put them under the bench, and then he's going to go over to the basin and wash his hands. Right? Remember, this is one of the dwarven gods. Show respect, and be clean, and, actually, let me try to remember. Oh no, we'll be fine if you have the light on. Torag is one of those gods he dislikes the light. It is a pretty calm deity as it goes, for being the god of, the Forge Hammer, the god of creation, father of all dwarves, fighter of evil, judgment, and yes, we should be okay. Actually, just gonna check really quickly. Does the holy water burn? Nope, we're good.
Alright then, and Istra, I guess, will kind of just wash your hands.
Take your shoes off.
Scrutiny shall follow suit.
Sure, why not? Let's do the full shoes off, wash hands thing.
There we go.
Well, someone needs to open the door.
What? Yes, I'll do it now. Almighty Torag, father of creation, father of
Istra
dwarves.
opens the door.
Please do not strike us down in this temple.
You see in the room within. Broken stone benches line this narrow room. The air is cold and stale. Thick layers of dust cover the floor, benches, and a large altar at the far end of the room. And sitting on one of the benches staring at the altar is a figure equally covered in dust as the rest of this room.
Ooh. Well, hello. Hans is...
Probably not alive.
Doesn't mean inanimate.
Get up and have a look at the person.
Covered in dust, and they turn and look at you. I will end the session there, I think.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! That's spooky dude.
Hey everyone, David here. That sure was a podcast episode we just had. I'm just dropping by to give some shout-outs and thanks for the people who helped make this episode so awesome. First of all, I want to thank Social Introvert on Soundcloud for making our incredible theme tune. And secondly, for our awesome music and atmospheric sound, I want to thank Syrinscape.com. They've got some of the best music out there for running all of your games and tabletop needs. I'd also like to ask you to follow us here to keep up with our episodes and give us a rating if you enjoyed. Our social media links are in the show notes below for updates on when our episodes will come out in other places. We'll be back next Monday, and I hope you join us then.